Moving on, still on the occasion of World Pharmacists Day, the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria has pleaded to the authorities, including the Federal Ministry of Health involved, to act speedily on the implementation of national drug distribution guidelines, which they said will lead to the exerting of better laws improving drug distribution in the country. Addressing journalists on the occasion of the celebration, the chairman of the Society, Pharmacists Ifeanyi Ekibudu, said that the full implementation of the Act will have a full-reaching impact on the health indices, medical security control, and eradication of fake drugs in achieving universal health coverage.
For a long time, been expectant of the assent to this bill by the president. And while at PSN level we celebrate these assents, the burden of implementation lies squarely on the shoulders of the pharmacists of the new Pharmacy Council of Nigeria. So PSN, as a stakeholder, as a non-governmental organization, we collaborate with the council, of course, to ensure that implementation is taken even down to the grassroots, because the full records to this bill will ensure better healthcare indices for this country. And one of the greatest problems we have is medicine security. This bill will help to provide succor to that malady. So PSN continues to push that the National Health Insurance Act is implemented to the letter according to the bill that has been recently signed. Then additionally, today we are appreciating the Governor CBN, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, for the wonderful stride he took during the COVID pandemic by providing an intervention funding for the pharma industry.
Once the directive is given at that national level, it goes down to the state level and even all the other levels, so all the tiers of government. So we are very glad that the president has assented to the bill and that the implementation is something that we all work collaboratively to achieve. And the first thing that has been done is that it has been approved, and then the implementation now lies squarely with our regulatory body, and all of us actually we are part of it as PSN and as pharmacists, and we are going to make sure that it is implemented. And as for violations, so everything has been taken care of in the bill, and we make sure that there are no violators even among us as professionals.
The former chairman of the Society, Pharmacists, Jalili Kilani, spoke about the privileging issues hindering production of drugs as he pleaded for the removal of excess duty imposed on important raw materials.
This is what PSN has always been pushing for, that there should be support for local production. And we have been calling even for the removal of excise duties for imported raw materials, because if there is taxation on imported materials, then it will also affect maybe production of drugs, whereas there is no tax for imported finished products. So I can see that this is not so good. So we have been asking for the removal of tax on imported raw materials so that we can be able to achieve drug production at less cost.
More than 60% of medications that are consumed in this country are imported. And when you put your medications, the vagaries of pricing are entirely not in your hands. They are at the bequest of the importers, and then the pricing index vis-a-vis exchange rates. So if we are able to improve local production of pharmaceuticals, which the CBN governor has initiated by providing an intervention funding for the pharma industry, it's going to help us widely and roundly to bring down the cost of medications and also improve employment for our country. And that will, of course, help in ensuring the medicine security, which is very key to the security of every nation.
Also speaking, the vice chairman of the Society, Pharmacist Abubakar Danraka, spoke about eradication of drugs abuse as he seeks for more participation.
That there should be support for local production, and we have been calling even for the removal of excise duties for imported raw materials, because if national, so because if there is taxation on imported materials, then it will also affect maybe production of drugs.
The Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria that supported the General Buba Marwa in that his Presidential Advisory Committee on Drug Abuse, and most of the strategies of handling drug abuse were suggested by pharmacists in that Presidential Committee, and he's implementing, and we are seeing results. So the crux of the matter is that PSN is a non-governmental organization that is a partner for eradication of drug misuse. So all these agencies you are calling, if they partner with PSN as much as possible, there will be victory at the end of the day.